Today I'm going to do a review on this BestArc Plasma cutter. The good folks at BestArc sent this to me to do a review on, and I've seen some reviews and they're claiming that it's the best plasma cutter on Amazon. And looking at some of the features, it very well could be. We got the BTC 500 BP. I'm not sure exactly what the BP stands for, but and it's the number 7. So what was that? They asked me to do an unboxing. So I guess you get the different models, and this is the 7, so 7th generation or something like that. So we'll go ahead. I think they wanted me to probably do the unboxing so you can see what all's in the box and see how well it's packaged. Now this box came inside of another bigger box, which I already got rid of it. It's pretty big and bulky. And then we got some shrink wrap plastic over it. And of course here on the front it says it's 110 volts or 220 volt. You're going to use the 110. I believe you have to have about a 30 amp breaker. And if you're installing the breaker yourself, you should have to probably need at least a 10 gauge wire. I think our hoses are in this. And you can see it's been lots of styrofoam, lots of padding. It really doesn't weigh a whole lot. I may have to get a give you kind of a look at the so back here you've got your air nipple, and you have a water trap already built in. Comes with your 220 plug built right there. Cut the zip tie off. Okay, we'll set this aside. One thing I have not seen is, which is probably in here, is the instruction manual. Yes, it's down here. Now they sent this air hose, but so I don't really think that's necessary. Here's our ground clamp. Got pretty good pressure. It's not real thick metal, but it looks like it'll work pretty good. It's got the copper braided band to connect the two sides to help you get a good ground. Comes with some Teflon tape. Looks like 2 tips, 2 electrodes. I'm not sure if these will work the same as my other plasma cutter. I may give it a try. We got our adapter to go from 220 to 110. Like I say, with the 110, you try to use it on a 20 amp breaker, it's going to trip your breaker. So, got a little tightening tool, universal wrench, I guess. Comes with a standoff. So if you're a beginner with a plasma cutter, this will kind of keep your tip up off the surface a little bit to make your consumables last longer. These things are usually pretty stiff and hard to get on and off. They'll work good on flat surfaces, but if you're trying to cut a pipe or something, round pipe, you're probably going to have some difficulties. So we'll go ahead and get the air turned on, and This is for the pilot arc. That pilot arc there. And this one here's got the 2 wires, so that goes to the switch. And this one here's for the air. That connect down underneath. And then we got, I'm just curious about how long this is. There's 6. We've got about a 9-foot ground cable. So. This has got a little nub on it. Not sure if you can see that little nub sticking up right there. Got a compression right there on the bottom, so I just slide that in all the way and then turn it to the right. And you should lock it in. Okay. Now we'll turn it on. Hopefully you can see the you see we've got an E05, so we got an error. I knew we would because I didn't hook up our air. Well, now our air is hooked up. And I have forgot to do that before on my other plasma cutter. Forgot to hook up the air and go over to hit the trigger and nothing happens. I thought, what's going on? Okay, one thing with this thing here, if we turn this down, so not going to do it. First, if your air pressure is too high, there we go, 64. See, we get a red line up there showing for 40 amps. 64 pounds of pressure is too high for at 40 amps. So now we're at 56 pounds of pressure. My other one, I usually ran it at about 40 pounds, but this is saying 55 pounds of pressure is just fine. Back it down to, say, 50. Now one thing, this has cut. It's on cut right now, and it has air. So if you just want to blow your cutting piece off, your tabletop off, you can flip that on air, and it's just going to blow air out. Hey, we're way down to 36 now. That's usually about where I ran mine before. We're in the green. If you're cutting something really thick, you probably want to go up higher. Okay, now this one, it says we're on 220 volts fan. Got 2T and 4T. So I'll cover that here in a little bit, and then over we'll go up to 2T, and then here we got PT and PA. PA is pilot arc, and I guess we can, that should set your amps there. Okay, so PT, you can set it for how many seconds. That's post time, I guess. And that's how long your air will, and when you make your cut, you disengage the trigger. Yeah, I was trying to get it to go back into that mode. It's not wanting to. Okay. Probably have to read the directions on that, but you can set your time on how long you want the air to flow. I think I had it set on 11 seconds. Okay, there we go. 11 seconds. It's 10 seconds. 10. That's probably fine. We'll go all the way up to 15 seconds. So. And then pilot arc. That'll go up to 15 seconds also. You can go 7 seconds, 8 seconds for how long your pilot arc will stay on. If you're doing expanded metal, you might want to keep it where it lasts longer. That way, as you cut across that expanded metal, you got the gaps. It will continue to work properly in there. See, we got a pilot arc right there. Let me look at the monitor, make sure you can see that. Without pilot arc, it's not going to do anything until you get up close to the metal. So I'll get some thickness of metal you cut. I usually just leave it at 50 and cut away. You can probably see that makes a pretty good cut. You can see the lines in there are pretty good. And I may have gone a hair too fast, but I kind of judge it. If I see all the sparks going through, then I know my speed is good. If I see the sparks starting to flash back to the top, then I know I'm going too fast. Now the one nice thing about plasma cutting too is not only will it cut your basic ferrous metal, you know, that you can cut with a cutting torch, but you can cut aluminum. You can cut aluminum, and you can cut stainless steel. Now, I've never tried to cut stainless steel with a cutting torch, but I heard it's pretty hard. You got to get it hot, and cutting torch will probably just melt aluminum before it will actually cut it. So I've got a piece of aluminum here for some electrical conduit. You can see how easy it cut right through that aluminum. Doing scrap metal, sometimes I got to cut around bolts or something to get the aluminum clean to get the best price. We'll see how it does on the stainless steel now. The stainless steel has a much higher melting point than a lot of other metals. I think I'm just going to try to cut that end off. Yeah, 10 seconds I think might be a pretty good timing for that, for cooling that off. But that thing's cutting pretty good, I think. I like the features. Okay, so that's about it for the BestArc BTC 500 DP. I think myself, it seems to cut just fine. I'm very happy with it. I like how it's got this nice little plastic corner guards.
hard rubber would probably be better, because if it does take a good blow, this plastic could crack. But hopefully you don't drop it. So I want to thank everybody for watching. I will leave links below for this thing, and it will be on my Amazon affiliate page. I think I'm going to get a lot of cutting time in with this one. So time will tell on how durable it is. One thing, the way this is attached, it feels good, kind of a rubber. You got kind of a swivel ball on the end of the handle. I mean, everything I tested, it cut without a problem. So, and the thing's not heavy at all, 20 pounds maybe. You know, roughly guess. I could probably look at the specs on the Amazon page. It'll probably tell you what it weighs, but what shipping weight is. But everything looks good. I would say it's a good cutter, and we'll see how durable it is, how long it lasts. I do a lot of plasma cutting out here. I haven't hardly used my acetylene torch in over a year, 2 years. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.